Hello, welcome to a new game called 10 Million. It's done by 88 Games, who's indie developer from London, Luca Redwood. It was released in 2013. It has 14 achievements. You can buy it on the Steam store. It's a match 3 with a dungeon crawling mechanic to it. The whole objective is to score to 10 million. This is close to the end. I've unlocked everything for you to have a look at. Basically, those are these are all the perks you can get. You can pause that if you want. It's too many to mention. These are the stats. That's the highest that you'll probably obtain. These two potions are what you want to sort of highlight if you want to get this pretty easily. And as you can see on the right, basically you can see the different enemies I'll come across. So the whole strategy of this game is, if you get chests, you got to match keys. If you come across enemies, you have to match either torches or swords. Wood and stone is to help sort of rebuild the dungeon from its beginning. And the what looks like a treasure chest is actually apparently a backpack. You can get various good items that will help you, like as you see on the left there. Top left, I have a sword. I've just got some meat. So the food will carry you further up to the right. The balls and axes will help me dismantle an enemy. And you can get keys and things like that. You can also get scrolls, which will change either a stone or a wood to the item that's on the scroll. The objective is to stay alive as long as possible. You can see on the top right there's a happy face. The further I get to the right, the happier I am. When I get to the left, and all the enemies are going to keep pushing me down to the left, if I go off screen, I'm dead and I have to restart again. And the objective is to make it 10 million before so you can escape. A door will portal open and you'll be able to get it. Now this is done by Luca Redwood. This is his second game ever he made. He made another game before this, and I'll take a look at all of oh, this is the boss. This is the big powerful boss. So I'm going to start killing the boss with all the big items I have collected. And now all I need, there we go, he's dead. So once I've got him, I enter into, as you can see, I'm already at 7 million, so I'm doing pretty good at the moment. And now we're entering a really harder rank, but we're very close to 10 million. So as I said, after the video, I'm going to show you the developer and all the games he created that you can't play anymore. I'll just quickly show some of the games that you can still buy, and by all means, all the games that are available, I highly recommend. I've played all these games now, and I highly recommend them all. So that's really saying something. So those are the scrolls. So by pressing that, I've just unlocked all the, I think it was rocks or maybe wood to keys, and rocks to sword, and just, whoa, we're nearly there. So this is quite a challenging game. There's a couple of really hard achievements to this. Can't remember how much it is, but it is pretty cheap, and you will get your money's worth without a doubt. You can also buy it on itchio. And it's also on mobile, but I prefer the PC version myself. And that's it, we won. 10 million, bang, opens up a door, allows us to escape through it. And then we're given the stats of, and you are free. No, we're not. We're actually on an island, and the sequel tells us we need to build a boat. And we go back to going through dungeons, so we're not really free. So that was time. That's not too bad. Killed 1,000 monsters to finish the game. Shows you all the different enemies, I guess. Cool. The only strange gripe I have against the developer is that he put a copyright on the tutorial of the game. I just thought that was so sad. Having said that, he has had his recent game pirated. Somebody tried to sell a cheap mock-up version of his. So I sort of understand, but seriously, a tutorial. Anyway, so the boss monsters killed. Really? I had to kill that many boss monsters. I'll just turn up the sound a little bit more so you can hear this. There's the boss, the Black Dragon. Zombies! There we go. Experience game. I have no idea what that is. It's like a mini cannon. Is that a golem? Is that from Minecraft? Zombies back. What? I'm not even sure what that is. And that's it. And then you just click and you return the game. So what I'm going to do now is just go through his repertoire, and show you. So that's basically that in a nutshell. So these are all the basically what you upgrade from. You start off as a rookie and you upgrade to hero. These are the items, all the items in the game. The food sends you to the right. The balls and the axes help defeat the enemies. The scrolls help change either wood or stone to a key, a torch or a sword, and that's a skeleton key which opens up anything really. So they're all the items. These are all the enemies, starting off with zombie. Zombies wonderful. I'll just scroll through all the different enemies you can get. I thought this was a pretty cool collection. So that's a water elemental. I wonder what this is supposed to be. You get demons, orcs, ninjas. I have no idea what a treant is. A wraith. Goblin cannon crew. There you go. Tyrannosaur. Why would you have a Tyrannosaur in the dungeon? And the Black Dragon is the boss. And some of them are ranged, some of them are melee. These are all the potions showing that Jose, which I call him, he doesn't seem to have a name, but I call him Jose due to an achievement. He has a drinking problem. But as I said, top right and bottom right are the two potions you want to make the game easy. This is Luca Redwood. He's the developer, and his first game was Rollrover. Rollrover, 10 million. We jamming, smarter than you. You can build a boat. This is what he looked like when he built 10 million. This is the earliest photo I could get of him. As I said, he's from London, I think. And this is what he looked like recently, of one of his newest games photographs. Founded in 2011, 88 Games made a game called Rollrover, which was a bit rubbish to be honest, but it was a good learning experience. When Luca realised he was going to have a baby and that he would have no free time for the rest of his life, he worked weekends and evenings after his day job for 9 months to create 10 million. Despite doing no marketing, Face smiled on the day of 10 Million's release, as it happened to catch the eye of Touch Arcade, who loved it and told everyone they knew. By the time time Luca had woken up, the game had already sold thousands of copies. The game performed well enough that Luca managed to quit his day job and make games full time. He has since made Smarter Than You, You Must Build a Boat, the sequel, which is a sequel to 10 million, and is working on Photographs, and that's already done. He's working on Infinity Island. So this was his first game, Rollrover. This is a sort of a commercial. Basically, you just got to roll over. You can shrink. The idea, there's 30 levels. You got to find a star in each level. You can either make your wheels bigger, or you can make them smaller by clicking the opposite, helping you to get into places. Look, this doesn't exist anymore. You also have to be careful on the skulls, what colour, which wheel you could use on that sort of area. That was alright. It isn't anything fantastic. You can throw yourself also. Anyway, that's just the commercial. This is what it looked like, and I'm just going to show you a bit of gameplay. So this is the very first level, and this was only for the mobile. And Luca Redwood started off as a mobile game designer, and the idea is just to, as I said, just go through the 30 levels and find the hidden star, and eventually you learnt new gimmicks the further you went, but it was slow. The first 10 levels don't do much. I'll show you a little bit later. So this is, I think this is about level 10. This is showing that you can, I think it's showing you can shrink your wheels using putting the opposites in, and that allows you to get to a new area. Yeah, that's it. So this is Wii Jamming. This is something that he created in 9 hours, part of a game jam. Isn't anything fantastic. It just shows it off a little bit on his YouTube channel. You can't play this anymore. He's taken it off his website, and you can't get Rollrover anymore either. So I'm just going to show you the games you can't really get anymore. Sort of played out like Guitar Hero, I guess.
And then the guy on the right, seems to be playing
that's it. This is Smarter Than You. This is more of a social experiment than anything else. You can't get this anymore either. It's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors. So basically, sword destroyed arrows, arrows destroyed counter, and counter destroyed sword. And basically what you would do is the game would log you up to anyone in the world who also had the game, and then you would play them for different colours or flags or emoticons that you could use. So this is an example. So you would invite someone, and it's auto matching. And okay, so now it gives you some stats, and but the idea is before you would actually attack a person, you would send out a sentence of some sort. So if you mention arrow, the program might put the arrow stats up, and so you would make a sentence, and then the other person would guess if you were bluffing or not, that you were going to attack with a arrow, and they would on their side choose the corresponding, and then your character would start to die depending on how many hit points hit your character. So it's time for the surprise. That's what this person has put. In this one, this person put it's good to play arrow, and they actually did go with arrow, and the other person thought they were bluffing, and so they got destroyed. The other interesting part about this is once you're defeated, you can give the person who defeated you, you can give them money, real money, like in-game stuff. So you can give them buffs or perks that would make their character more powerful. Why anyone would do that, I'm not too sure. It was just a social experiment I think Luca Redwood was working on to see if anyone would do that. Yeah, I just really don't see why anyone would make the person who just destroyed them more powerful, unless you are finished with the game. But again, you'd be paying $1 or something to give more powerful perks to your opposition. I don't think this game served for what it was designed for, as a social experiment. It's being put on the back burner now. I don't think it made Lucas Redwood really any money, hence why it was taken off store. So this is kind of the last game that really didn't make him any money. He's only had 3. That's been deleted. Rollrover, which was just a concept he started off with. We Jamming, which was just part of a game jam and he spent 9 hours on. And this one, which was a social experiment. All the other games which he has purposely designed, they are all really good games and worth buying. And what I'll show you that now, this is how you can build a boat. So as I said, you weren't really fair, you have to build a boat. I love this sequel more because there's a bit more humour to it. It's a bit more playful. Some people like the original 10 million in its pure form. Now this is a game called Photographs. Basically this is nothing like the other games. You're given 5 stories, tragedy stories, and you're able to give one of 5 characters a second chance and bring them back to life. And it's more of a moral game. What would you do? This is only on a mobile. Oh, by the way, I would play Photographs on mobile because of a interesting thing I've never seen in another game before. This one is just sort of like collect pets and keep building your island using a hook mechanic. So they're the 4 games he's designed that still exist, and they're all really fun. I recommend every single one of them. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, bye for now.